Alrighty, so this is a video that I am shooting for a friend of mine. So if other people see this video and think of it as being less than professional, then that's just too bad, because guess what? It is less than professional. And in the meantime, this is my professional sidekick who will be helping me video this. So I'm going to hand the camera to her, and then we will see what we can do about showing some of the things that we have gotten on here. You know, point it this way, point it down a little bit towards the motorcycle, but not too far down. Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show all of the accessories that I have on my 2010 Goldwing. Some of them.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. Some of them I added to it. I'm going to borrow the camera here, and we'll do some additional things here. In addition to the driving beams, we have, of course, the road pegs. A lot of the stuff that we have on the motorcycle is made by Kuryakin. These are some of them. The road pegs have a mount hole right here, and there are pins that go in between this mount and the mount that goes on the bar here. I like these because they've got the little switchblade thing, although even though it looks so cool, I very rarely use those, but they're really nice and they're adjusted correctly for my length. From what I understand, TJ, you have some adjustment you need to do. The other thing I have here is what we call Baker-built air wings. These will deflect air from or to the rider, and from what I understand, they're mostly of benefit to the passenger. However, on hot days, it's nice to adjust them in such a way that air gets diverted in and everybody keeps cool. But you'll notice that they're split. And the reason why, of course, that they're split from the bottom is that it deflects the hot air coming out away from the rider and the cool air above. And I've added a few little items like these little rubber bumpers to prevent damage to the finish. But these up here, these are what they call the hand wings. Those are great if it's raining or cold and you don't want stuff on your wind on your hands. Or if you do want wind on your hands, they're really great. I think they were one of the better investments I made. So, of course, if you're riding through the countryside in 100-degree temperature, it would be really nice to have a cup holder. And this, again, is a Kuryakin item. But one of the things with a full coverage helmet is you have to have a cup that has some kind of straw on it, because you'll never be able to drink without doing that. I had to modify this thing to be able to allow me to put the straw in it. I've got a straw that I managed to acquire that allows me to get my face into the liquid. So, also I have the GoPro mount. The GoPro mount goes on top of the clutch reservoir, and it fits like that. What's nice about this is that it will allow you to see the rear view mirror as well as down the road. So I always carry a air pressure gauge with me. I put a couple little scuff pads on the side. One of the things I really liked, though, that came with the bike, but I know is an option, is the heel toe shifter here. That is great when it comes to riding. I really like that. So we always bring our rain suits since we got tons of space. One of the nice things about the space here is that we've also put little mats down. Kind of nice to have some class and taste to the like carpeting and whatnot. The other thing that we did is we put the armrests on. This is definitely strictly for the passenger's benefit. I will get to those a little bit later. You'll also notice that we have the pad inside of the trunk, and inside of the trunk is a little compartment here, which of course everybody keeps their manual in, but also I have a media player, which is what replaces the CD player. So the media player works just like a CD as far as the controls are concerned. And what's nice about it is you can have 899 songs as opposed to 6 CDs. So that's where it fits. I just throw the stuff on top of it here, and we're good to go. Obviously, hey, would you do me a favor and stretch that back out over the top of it? That's good. Just lay it right down. Excellent. Also, you may notice a little radio antenna here. I put an aftermarket alarm system in here. Some of the things I carry with me: a small can of the Honda Spray Clean, Kim's Skechers, some toe straps, a couple of rags, gloves, etc., etc. One of the things I always do is I carry a set of bottles of fresh and soapy water for the windshield. I just throw that in there too. And I also have the little air compressor thing. What was that? Well, wherever it went. A little air compressor thing, and a set of wrenches to go with it. That all goes in there. So when we actually do some serious traveling, most of this stuff will come out. I also have a foot plate for the side stand should we get on some soft earth and whatnot. I also carry a couple of straps with me like this. These are great for if the bike has to be towed. I haven't needed them yet, except when we took the ferry across Lake Michigan, and we had to strap the bikes down. So I got 2 of these, one for each side. So anyway, the other thing that you may or may not know is on these things, the top cover can sometimes abrade the edge of the trunk assembly here, and I bought a special kit that includes these little rubber bumpers that get mounted inside and little felt pads to help prevent the abrasion from these things, because you'd think that for the price you pay for this motorcycle, Honda would have the trunk stuff set up so that it wouldn't do stuff like that, but such is not the case, so I had to add that to it. Additionally, we have the rear light bar, air wing kind of thing, and the luggage rack. Now the luggage rack is a Kuryakin thing, but the luggage rack is kind of cool. If you want to, you can actually put spacers on so that it sits higher. That would allow you to get underneath it when we put the bag on top, which, by the way, we have a full set of bags that fit the panniers, and they fit the trunk, and also a bag that sits on top of the luggage rack here that kind of wraps around. So the armrests are just that. They're supposed to be armrests, and at one point in time, Kim fell trying to get on the bike and managed to break one of these pieces right here. They do not sell you individual parts. If you break it, you got to buy a whole new set. So thanks a lot. But these, I think, are the best ones out there. And we also have the little add-on bag kind of thing. But they tell you very specifically, do not put any significant weight on them because you will break the fiberglass side of the trunk. So that's not a good thing. The backrest, we managed to get one that has a pouch in it that Kim likes to use. So one of the things I did is I took the battery tender and I managed to feed wiring up into one of these pockets so that if I wanted to actually hook up the battery tender, which by the way I happen to do every time I park it here at the house, the battery tender is cool because it allows me to preserve the battery, and my battery has been mine's the original battery at this point, so I just stuff it here inside of this pocket because we don't use the pockets for much, but that's a good spot for that. Also, these Kuryakin armrests are really great because they have the drink holder for the passenger, which Kim really likes. She has no problems with that. So, what else? And we got the other pannier open, of course, but I don't think that there's anything substantial about that. What else? I think that's about it as far as, we put the little, oh, this is kind of fun. We put the scuff pads on the back here thinking that when we hang the helmets off of it, it was going to prevent abrasion to the body. In fact, it doesn't do a damn bit of good because down here is where the helmets rub, and it causes problems for the finish on the bike. So I'm going to have to put some kind of covering over that in order to prevent further damage. But in any case, what else? Obviously we have the CB radio, and we have the all the cabling associated with that. We did the bag while you were gone. What else? We've already done all that stuff, so I think that's probably about it. One of the things that we have problems with is, and you'll see I have a piece of tape actually on here, that when Kim is on the back, this cable rubs against the body and is a problem as well. So we have to get some kind of protective surface over that as well. So let's see, what else? I don't know. I've got an alarm system on it. That's something you can't readily see. I have special lighting cabling on the back so that the brake lights activate both the top and the bottom when we hit brakes. I do want to get a brake modulator that causes the brake lights to flash more. Other than that, that works out well. I also have this feature on the bike called a flash to pass, which is a device that if you hook up the garage door opener to the headlights on the motorcycle with this device, all you got to do is hit the high beams twice, and the garage door opener goes up. It's kind of nice, except my garage door opener is so old, it doesn't work real well, so can't win them all. The other thing I've got is the Kuryakin hand grips, and I've got what's called the Throttle Boss. This Throttle Boss thing is one of the best $20 I ever spent. It is so nice just to be able to lean your wrist on that, and it keeps You don't necessarily have to use cruise all the time, but it's really nice to have that $20 addition to the Kuryakin grips. So I think that's about it. What else did I put on that's you can't tell? Not readily available. I don't know. Well, that's a good beginning. I do definitely like the heel toe shifters and the foot plates for the bike as opposed to the regular pegs. So anyway, that's it, and we'll see what else we can come up with later.